This week in Sparanza, we have a new map, new arc, and new community challenge all coming straight to us right hot out of the oven. So let's get right into it, starting with the teaser.
Look at this. Unsprung traps, blocked tunnels. Someone went out of their way to keep whatever's in there under wraps. If we're gonna get the tunnels opened through there, we'll need a lot of raiders to pull their weight. You up for it?
Join the Community Unlock event, Breaking New Ground. So on November 13th, the Community Unlock event, Breaking New Ground, begins. In this event, players are asked to contribute resources to the tunnel project. So this is probably going to be similar to what we have for the expedition. In Sparanza, nothing comes for free. The tunnel project is no different. Basic materials must be collected and donated for the restoration of the tunnels to reach the 5th map, Stella Montis. Any player that has played at least 5 rounds can participate in the community effort. So at this point, a lot of people who have been playing have at least played 5 rounds, and that's just part of the way the game opens up to new players, because you do have to play a few games before you unlock the maps outside of Battlegrounds, but you probably already know that. So the materials we'll need here are pretty straightforward. We'll need, oh my god, metal parts, fabric, chemicals, rubber parts, and plastic parts. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have been struggling to keep a decent amount of rubber parts and metal parts on me. It's been a constant struggle. Like every raid, I feel like these are more valuable than epics. Like it's just, they're the most valuable materials. So this is going to take a while probably, because I'd imagine everyone wants to hoard their parts, but we should be able to buy some as well. We should hopefully speed that up a bit. Anyway, your efforts will not go unrewarded. Donations to the new Breaking Ground event will earn merits, a new event currency that will fuel the next phase of progression. Okay, so that should be interesting. We'll see what that's about. While there is no cap on how many merits can be earned from material donation, additional contributions will aid Sparanza in reaching Stella Montis more quickly. Once completed, the restoration of the tunnels and unlocking of Stella Montis will trigger Phase 2, Staking Our Claim, a new progression track. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm usually one who would want to just like put in as much as I can so I can get, as much back immediately. But, I mean, there's no way to tell, right? We're just going to have to wait and see. So the new map, Stella Montis. Carved deep into the northern mountains, Stella Montis tempts raiders to explore an abandoned facility that remains relatively well preserved compared to the wreckage of the lower Rust Belt. Cold, sterile, these ruins hint at what humanity left behind in its push towards the stars. This actually makes me wonder, because of the whole stars push and everything, if at some point in the future we're gonna have something outside the current map, some kind of new zone or some kind of, I mean, the expedition as a whole, you're sending your raider off into space, right? So maybe you're not getting rid of them, and maybe you can pull your raider later on. Who knows? I mean, the roadmap has only shown up until December, so we really have no idea what's coming next, especially into the new year in terms of content. But as it says here, the reconnection of the tunnels in Stella Montis will trigger opening Phase 2, Staking Our Claim. This is a new progression track with personal rewards and challenges and will run for a limited time until December. So it makes me really curious to see what those rewards will be. I will, of course, just be staking as much as I can so I can get those unlocks as quickly as possible. But anyway, moving on, we have new arc enemies, new gameplay items, and more. So raiders who investigate Stella Montis will recover rare treasures, new gameplay items, and maybe even schematics for long-lost technology. The North Line update also includes 2 new arc enemies, each bringing distinct challenges to those who are brave enough to venture topside. The Matriarch is an imposing arc machine that makes the Queen look friendly and can be found during specific map condition. It says here the Shredder will first appear in Stella Montis, challenging raiders to stay sharp in close quarter encounters. That's going to be very interesting. So is this like another version of the tick spiders? God, I already hate the ticks as much, like already. But we'll see. It should be a fun new enemy to deal with in CQC. So yeah, we have the Shredder and the Matriarch, and then the new weapon and gameplay items. We have a new legendary weapon, 3 new mines, and 2 new grenades. You might know of the exploit that's going on right now with one of the mines, so it should be interesting to see how those two differ. I'd imagine there's some kind of fire-related mines or stun-related, but it should be interesting either way. And there's new Stella Montis quests. So looking ahead, the North Line is just the beginning of the Arc Raiders post-launch roadmap. In the next update, Cold Snap arrives in this December, which introduces the Flickering Flames event, a new snowfall map condition, the awaited Expedition Project Raider reset, and more. So that's the event that's starting tomorrow, guys. That's November 13th. Again, as for the time zones, I don't remember exactly where they posted this, but it's going to be, if you're in Eastern time zone, which is what I'm at, it's about 4:30 a.m. So you can kind of use that to gauge what time zone it'll be in for you. And additionally, this is something that a lot of people had actually noticed that they had dropped in the game. I just kind of seen a little bit of it myself, but it hadn't stuck out to me. But here they are confirming it, that they have actually made a duo matchmaking and store update. So for the duo matchmaking, we've silently tested and enabled duo prioritized matchmaking beginning earlier this week. So if you've played this week with your duo partner, you've already been in that matchmaking queue. And how it just works is duo matchmaking will work like this. First, we prioritize solos and squads to play separately. After that, we prioritize duos to play with other duos, and for trios to play with trios. Please note that this is not a 100% guaranteed system, so you may at times run into differing constellations of players other than your own. And honestly, this is probably one of the best things they could have done, considering how the player count is hitting, constant all-time highs over the last couple of weeks. It makes the most sense to implement a duo queue. That way, everyone gets exactly what they want. You're going to go into solos, you're going to go into duos, you're going to go into trios, but they don't fragment the population. It's just based on what's available. I kind of like this approach. It's a very forward-thinking approach where if and when the player population inevitably starts dropping off a little, you're not going to notice a big change. It's just going to be similar matchmaking times, and you'll just be getting into different games. Additionally, the store cosmetic prices. So we've heard your feedback, and we reviewed our prices and made adjustments to lower prices where applicable. Revised prices go live tomorrow, Thursday the 13th at 10:30 a.m. CET. This is the same time as the Frontier expansion event. So again, 4:30 a.m. if you're Eastern, and I'm not sure, Central Time is 10:30 a.m. For any raider who's already made a purchase on the old pricing, we'll compensate you for the difference. These raider tokens will be refunded back into your account automatically in the coming week. That's honestly good shit, Embark. This is beautiful. We love to see this. We love to see developers who listen to their community and who make proactive changes to make sure that the community is actually staying actively engaged and not feeling shafted. This on top of them having compensation for dying to a cheater. This is really promising. This gives me hope that this game will have a very, very, very long and healthy life, which is exactly what we want to see. Lastly, Raider decks. At the moment, we have one free Raider deck available to all players. In the future, you'll see both free and premium Raider decks, but here's some important things to note, and I am so happy they pointed this out. So first, gameplay items are only in free Raider decks. To help you along the way as a new Raider, we've included some gameplay items in the free Raider deck, which can be unlocked via progression. So this is like the decks you can see right now. You claim for the currency, that's the blue currency. And they do have some gameplay items like the snap grapple hook and some materials, some augments, which it is awesome that these will only be in the free one. And in the premium Raider deck, there are no pay-to-win items in the premium Raider decks. The focus for premium decks are based on cosmetics and convenience. This is one of the best things ever, and you definitely want to see this coming from, a game that is this awesome, doing so well, because they've had tremendous success, and the last thing you want to do is put a bad taste towards in the community's mouth towards the sentiment. So they're making sure that they are not implementing features that will just buy players the wrong way, because other games they get a little greedy and they don't even bother trying to mention things like that. Like Destiny is one. We're not going to go too much into that. So lastly, just like I mentioned earlier, when we look at the roadmap, currently we have the roadmap up until December, and this is far from a complete roadmap, because I can guarantee you that as we get into the next year, they have this and more section, but as we get into the next year, they're going to want to keep this momentum going, and we're only in stage 2 of the roadmap, where we have the Stella Montis map, community event, the new arc, gameplay items, and quests. But we also have to look forward to in December the new small snowfall map condition, which I'm absolutely looking forward to, Flickering Flames event, Expedition Departure window, a new raider deck, and new quests. So for this update, that's about it for me. I just wanted to keep you guys up to date. I'm going to be trying to stay on top of all of these updates whenever Embark releases an update about the game. Make a quick video to make sure you know exactly what's going on. But yeah, that's it from your boy Stan, a Raging Cool Cat, and I will see you topside. Peace.